Now, the Delhi Commission for Women, or the DCW Chairperson Swati Maliwal, has written to the Delhi police asking how the incident happened 6 months ago and no one came to know, and whether there were any complaints received by the police. Swati Maliwal is now joining us on the broadcast. Swati, it's a spine-chilling incident that's being reported from the national capital. What all does the DCW's notice to the police say?
I have issued a notice to Delhi police on this Mehrauli murder, where this girl was brutally killed and her body was chopped off into 35 pieces, and every day this man stored this body in the fridge and took off one piece and went and disposed it off in a different area in Delhi. I think it is one of the most shocking murders, and it has completely shaken the conscience of the entire country. I have issued a notice to Delhi police because I want to understand what circumstances led to this murder, and how is it that the Delhi police was not able to get to know about it for 6 months. 6 months back, this girl was brutally murdered, and now only has investigation started. So I don't understand. Nobody reported to the police. And if a report was made, what action was taken on it? Whether a missing complaint was filed, whether this girl herself had raised any kind of a red flag with the police? Did she complain about a domestic violence case or a sexual abuse case? And if yes, what action was taken on it? Because it is a very shocking case, and I think strongest punishment needs to be given to the perpetrator.
Absolutely, the strongest punishment needs to be given, and we also know that the murder happened in the month of May. So there's been a delay of 6 months in the matter coming to the public eye, coming to the fore. How do you think that could have impacted the case, and that can impact the probe further?
I think crucial evidence has been lost, because you see the body of the girl, one will not be able to find it probably. What circumstances led to it, the fridge, the fingerprints. I think a lot of investigation evidence has probably been lost, but I urge the Delhi police to make a strong case to get into the roots of the matter, and whoever is the perpetrator, and along with that, whoever has helped the perpetrator, strongest action needs to be taken against that person, because that person almost appears to be a psychotic killer. This is something that we get to see in serial killing web series. How is it that a man who was supposedly in love with the girl was able to murder her so brutally and just get away with it for 6 months? For 6 months, he went about his business as usual and no action was taken. I'm amazed, what kind of a society do we live in? This girl vanished into thin air in the capital and nobody got to know. There was no reporting. It's really shocking and very shameful.
Extremely unfortunate that for 6 months the matter didn't come to the public eye, and now we're getting to know for a murder that happened in May. Now, another shocking factor is that the two were living in a live-in relationship. So they were living together, they were in a relationship, and a woman's boyfriend murdered her. So that's all the more shocking.
I think we are a free country, and I think all women and men are free to choose their partners. It's very unfortunate that even today, there is some stigma associated with live-in relationships, when Supreme Court and High Courts and all the courts in the country have actually ruled that live-in relationships have to be treated, as far as the legal terms are concerned, at par with marriage. So I think it's very unfortunate that there is this stigma attached, and probably because of the stigma, this girl got estranged from her family, and probably she lost all her support system. I think, and I've been thinking since morning, since the time this case came to my knowledge, that there is absolutely no protection for such women who get estranged from their families and who end up being in abusive relationships, and probably they don't find a way out. And I think that there should be certain policies to help out and reach out to such women, and we've been discussing in the commission, and I think that there has to be some strong policies that have to be created which can give some kind of a protection to these women. Because you see, at least in honor killing cases, there is a law, there are Supreme Court, there's a High Court, and the couple can approach for protection, and some protection is provided. But what happens when you get completely estranged from your entire family and friend circle and end up being in a very toxic, very abusive relationship and are not able to really confide in anyone? I think that policies need to be created, and I also think that there has to be a change as in the mindsets of the people. It's very unfortunate that nobody noticed that this girl went missing and nobody complained.
Right, absolutely.